Hey guys, what's going on? Smarty here. Welcome back to another episode of Ask Smarty. I know I fucking did something with my hair. It's different now. There's no pink in it. It'll grow back eventually, but I figured in the meantime I can do like an Ask Smarty while I'm waiting for my hair to grow back, and by the time it's done, there should be no progress whatsoever. So Ritzy Poo asks, "Hey Smarty, can I ask you a question?" Yes. The Retweet JC asks, "What's your favorite game to play in your free time?" Well, currently I have to say it's Overwatch because I have 2 copies of it, one on PlayStation 4 to play with my friends, my local friends, and then PC to play with everyone else because I have a problem and I like playing as Hanzo and Pharah and Junkrat, and I am total trash when it comes to Overwatch, and I love it very much. Which, by the way, I don't know if you guys have ever had this experience, but transitioning from PC to console is really fucking weird. I ended up playing a game on PC, and I sucked horribly, like I was terrible at it. And then I went over to PlayStation 4, and I got a 25 fucking kill streak. Like, how do you do that? Like, I don't know if it's like just the people on console are terrible, but the fact that I was able to like just hop on there, being someone who plays mainly on PC, and just obliterate dudes, that was fucking weird. Laconic AF asks, "If you were on death row, what would be your last meal?" Well, first off, I gotta ask, what did I do to get on death row? Did I, like, do a huge Ponzi pyramid scheme, or was it straight up murder? What was it? I need to know what warrants a death row sentence, first off. If it was gonna be a home-cooked meal, it would probably be my mom's homemade penne alla vodka, mainly because of the fact that Italian food runs through my veins like a river runs through Mississippi. And aside from that, if we were gonna go like a fast food sort of thing, Outback Steakhouse, Bloomin' Onion Aussie cheese fries, and wings. Those would be my 3 before death. I'd be fine with that. So if I can have either one of those, I will live a happy life until I'm dead. Ash Baskerville asks, "How's that Disney addiction going for you?" And by Disney addiction, you mean my addiction to crack cocaine. It's going well. It's going well. I've been managing to hold on tight to that. In regards to Disney addiction, I'm not really addicted to Disney. I just have a couple of Tsum Tsums. If you want someone who is addicted to Disney stuff, you gotta go to my friend Brent, or my girlfriend who has like all the Tsum Tsums and loves all Disney movies and stuff like that. She loves that shit. Caroline XIX asks, "Would you rather have no dick or 5 dicks?" Well, I feel like having 5 dicks would be a efficient way to go to the bathroom if you needed to pee. Like, it would probably be like 5 seconds based on you having that. If you had no dick, then I would probably just be the spider from Game of Thrones, or a woman. I mean, 5 dicks would be funny. If I had 5 dicks, then that would mean I'd be called PENTADICK, which would be a fucking great name for someone who's really good in bed with 5 dicks. Like, every time they finish up, you just hear, like, in the background, you hear something along the lines of, like, PENTADICK! Something like that, like a pentakill sort of thing. Yeah, that's a good question. I would probably just go with, 5 dicks then. Just because I would be an oddity, but at the same time, it would be an admirable oddity. Meow Meow Michelle asks, "Smarty, what is your favorite game when you were a kid?" I had 3 games that I really loved when I was a kid, and it's pretty easy to run through them because I remember them so fondly. 1 was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, 2 was Backyard Baseball, and 3 was Paperboy for the Sega Genesis. And I know a lot of people would be like, "Oh, Sega Genesis, what about Sonic? What about Sonic?" Easy answer. But you gotta go obscure with it, and you gotta say Paperboy, because I played that with my dad all the time as a little kid, and I will never forget that game. I mean, you can't forget rushing through the level in a frenzy trying to get all the papers to their fucking mailboxes while being chased by a fucking dog or some shit like that. I may have forgotten in the meantime of saying that, but the last round rally that you would have every level. That's what I remember fondly. Ladelia13 asks, "Why did you choose the name Smarty Smarticus as your user header name?" So this is gonna clue a lot of people in to where you guys will realize where the name came from. Originally online, my name was IR Smart, because I was like, "Oh, that's funny. It means I'm not that smart, but I'm being clever," and stuff like that. And I thought that name was terrible. A friend of mine named T-Rack, who was on the Halo Grid forums and whatnot, we were hanging out in a game, and he was like, "Dude, what are you up to?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm thinking of changing my name to something. I don't like this name." And he was like, "Well, we always call you Smarty anyway." And at the time, a lot of the people in the community did call me Smarty as opposed to IR Smart because, well, easier. And at the time, the whole trending thing was Te, So like everyone would do te in front of their name. So I kind of took that and then brought it together, and te Smarty happened. And then Smarticus came from chilled, and everyone calls me Smarty. So there you go. And I kind of like the name Smarticus and adopted it to my own sort of thing. Yes, you can go ahead and say chilled helped me out with my name, much like everything else out in life. Another one from Caroline XIX. If you had to choose any of the Derp Crew members to move in with, who would it be? I would totally move in with Tom, just because 1, it would make the ship sail so much harder, 2, it would be funny as fuck to live with Tom. Blaze Chris asked, what am I most proud of when it comes to my YouTube channel and all this? So I guess I'll show you this because this is actually the most important thing to me. Not the plaque. You would think it would be this 100,000 subscriber plaque, but no, it actually isn't. What I'm most proud of is actually this medal. If you don't know what this is an extra life medal that you get if you, I believe, hit a certain milestone when raising money for charity. And the reason I'm proud of that is because, well, it's because of you guys. You guys are the ones who helped me achieve that. And I always like, sorry if this is really awkward, that is just sort of a physical representation to show that, hey, I did some good in the world, and hey, I have a cool fan base that wants to help me do some good in the world. And that's what I'm most proud of when it comes to this fan base, this whole experience of doing YouTube, working with friends, all of that, especially at a hospital that I once went to for epilepsy treatment and stuff like that. So that made me really proud to know that you guys were behind me on that one. With that said though, I will talk to you guys later. Hopefully my hair has grown out in the span of this episode, but if not, oh well, maybe next time. But with that said, I'll talk to you guys later. This is Smarty, signing off. Have a good one.